Hi, this video is on how to image a Dell laptop computer. I have already started the computer, and for the purposes of this video capture only, I can't show you that. But as the computer started, I hit the F12 key, and by hitting the F12 key, I got to the boot menu, and that's what we're looking at right here. This is the Dell boot menu that you'll see if you hit F12. Now on a laptop, this is the way it should be set up. You should see that by default, it goes to the internal hard drive and then to the onboard NIC. And what we're going to do today is re-image this laptop, which means to wipe everything on the hard drive. It'll remove all files and documents. It'll also erase any malware, any viruses, keyloggers, anything wrong with the computer. It will reinstall to the current version that we have updated and pulled onto our server. So it kind of solves a whole lot of things all at one time. And to do that, you're going to go and go down to where it says onboard NIC, which is the network card. Now to do this, you have to be wired. You have to have it plugged into the network because it's going to go out and look only through the wired to our FOG server, which is what holds the file that it's going to load. So you have to have it connected to a wall outlet. And you have to have an Ethernet cord or a switch to do that. Once I pick the onboard NIC, I'm going to hit enter, and it's only going to give me a couple seconds to choose the next thing. So I have my finger on the down arrow key right now. It's going out and talking to the network right now. It's looking for that network server. If it's disconnected, it's just going to boot. And you see it comes up and says what the name of this laptop is. This is a student that's disenrolled. And by default, it was up here, and it only gives 3 seconds before it moves on to boot from the hard drive. And this is what happens to teachers' computers and all of our wired computers every single morning. It goes here and goes immediately to boot from the hard disk, which allows me to tell it remotely to do what we're going to do by hand, so that if we ever had a catastrophe, a virus or something here at campus, I could fix everybody at one time. Anyway, here's what you're going to do. So you're going to down arrow to deploy image. And what this is going to do is going to go and tell you the default image that's already connected to this laptop. And then it will give you 5 seconds to say, hey, are we going to do this one or not? I'm going to, again, hit the down arrow key so it doesn't do it, so you can see what it looks like. So I'm going to hit enter and say deploy image. The username is 3 A's. The password is 4 A's, and then you hit enter. There's a lot of different images here that we use at National Trail. You're going to use the one that says Student 64, and by default, we're going to use that one unless there's a reason we have to pick the other one. So you could have just let it go by. I'm going to hit enter, and this is what it looks like. It goes to connect up to FOG. Looks for that FOG server, connects to it, and then starts to wipe the hard drive of this laptop so that it will be fresh and ready to go, is the best way I can say it. So it's connected to the FOG server, and now it's going to start imaging. The imaging process itself, you see it says which way and what's got on it, and everything's ready to go. So the imaging process itself does not take very long. You can see this one's going to take 4.5 minutes. If you ever have one that says it's going to take 15 or 20 minutes, it means the hard drive is starting to go bad. And if it's over 20 minutes, we always replace those drives with a new drive. But you can see it's leveling out. Somewhere around 5 minutes it's going to take to image this drive. So when it's done, there's generally about 5 more minutes of just kind of waiting. It's going to restart twice. So at this point, it's rebooted and I've lost the video feed. It will not stream to my capture device while it's installing Windows. What I see on the other screen is it's getting ready, and it's got the little Windows screen, and it's continuing to spin around above the getting ready symbol. That's going to take a couple minutes. We're going to wait for that to get finished right now. Okay, once it's all done, it should come up and look like this, and we should see a regular logon at this point. Real test is to make sure you can log in under Wi-Fi, because if it doesn't hasn't restarted enough times, it won't know the Wi-Fi password. So if you unplug the network cable and the Wi-Fi doesn't connect automatically, you need to reconnect it and do one more restart of the computer before checking to make sure it works with it unplugged from the network, and then everything should work fine. Just to make sure I've got the right drivers, I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to go to the control panel, and I'm going to open up device drivers. Device management, there you go, device manager. And if I have the right drivers for the new video card, I should be able to go into display adapters and see it say the NVIDIA NVS 4200M. If it says Microsoft Basic drivers, it has not gotten the right drivers yet, and it will not work for any program like Minecraft or certain web apps that require a discrete video card. And that is it for installing or running Fog on a new computer.